And back. Time to play one of my favorite games. I think you heard a little bit of it. But hey, it's I, the Somnium Files. It's been a while since we've played this. So we've finished 2 of the routes of the game so far. And we just ended Mizuki's route. Hello, Cake. How are you? Welcome on in. We're starting up I, the Somnium Files for the first time in a while. But yeah, we just finished up Mizuki's route, and it was really good, and it makes me cry still. So now, look at her, Miss the Ring. It is time for Sinking in the Vein. Time to go the other route that we haven't gone in this Somnomnium. Also, how's the volume for this game? I know I just had a different game playing, so I don't know how the volume is now.
What is this place?
It looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Unknown, but there must be a connection.
Iris, what are you hiding?
Somnium scan! Activate!
Mental Lock 1. So this is Iris's Somnium. So this is right after we started looking in her Somnium because she was acting sus. A mysterious room, videos, and a strange device. You may be able to find the truth. Okay, first off, I think it's in a corner. I don't remember if I got it before, but I probably did. There it is, there it is.
What?
So that's a extra little secrets. Okay, so last time we...
A CRT TV.
What did we do last time? Did we hit it last time? I think we hit it last time. Yeah. So now we're gonna spin the dial.
Stop! Please!
Oh yeah, reminder, this game is rated M, and it gets dark a lot. So if you can't handle that, completely understandable.
Video?
It is difficult to believe, but these are the faces of the victims of the original Cyclops killer.
What? What is going on here? Iris, what are you hiding?
We should continue. There are more objects to inspect now.
Also, reminder once again that this game's OST was made by the person who did the OST to several of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games. So just think about that while you're listening to this. Strangle it. So last time there were like some child's drawings of like animals. This time it seems to be victims of the old Cyclops serial killer, the original.
A full body mirror.
Oh shoot, I forgot about that. Yeah, let's go use up that. I think this is like the lowest
A double
one.
door.
Yeah. Always good to try to use up your big
It doesn't open. We don't have to worry about it.
big multipliers on low
5
timing
minutes left, Date.
things. Hi boss. Oh, I missed boss. Oh, I missed boss.
A full body mirror. Can you talk?
Can you talk?
What? Don't copy me.
What? Don't copy me.
Pervert. Date is a pervert.
Pervert. Date is a pervert.
Why do I have to get called a pervert? And twice?
He deserves it. He deserves it.
A
Don't
full
worry.
body.
Let's see. Let's
Are you sure I can break this mirror?
The mirror is right. This is
No,
true.
I don't think you have the strength to break it.
Then why did you ask me to, pervert?
Just punch it, and I'm not a pervert. See? It won't break.
What was the point of that?
Let's see.
A full body.
Trying to remember all
A
the different
torso and a
interactions that
reflection.
you have in this one.
A torso. Not you?
Is there any meaning to this?
Can't say. But what is going on?
Oh yeah, I forget there's a map. It shows all the interactable things. Oh, hold on. This is a good one.
A revolver.
Is it real?
It appears that way. Weekly Shonen?
Don't say it.
I did the best I could. I am not a cyborg, and thus I cannot reach that height.
What
This
a
is not my
what a good
fault.
joke.
Nobody's blaming you.
Weekly Shonen Jump. What a funny joke. Anyways,
Torso would...
If it has a head, is it still called a torso?
What would you call it?
well, it says to strangle, so
Even my consciousness is being affected.
While I was unconscious, the room changed.
I'm tired of this. But we have no choice but to investigate.
strangled the body. Beat it to death.
4 minutes.
A full... A drug bottle that holds some kind of liquid.
Chug, chug, chug.
Do not pressure me, Date,
Pressure you?
into drinking alcohol.
Is it alcohol?
Well, no.
This is for an investigation. I'm ordering you to drink it.
You are exploiting your position of power. I will set up a labor union.
An AI labor union? Sounds dystopian.
Hell yeah,
I
get
won't
his
drink
ass.
it.
Fine.
Let's go, Iba. Unionize. Unionize on
A
his
drug
ass.
bottle that holds some kind of...
Let's try investigating.
There is no label. I cannot determine what is inside.
It's probably dangerous.
I agree. We should not touch it if we do not know what it is. Even in Somnium, some things should not be done. An old television. That video showed the face of a victim of the original Cyclops killer. It appeared to be the second victim.
What is going on? Iris has something to do with the first Cyclops case?
Unknown. I do not have enough information.
Guess that means we have to investigate more.
Indeed. The oil drum, shelf, and another torso have been added.
Let's go.
3 minutes, Date.
Alright, well, it says beat it to death.
A torso similar to a fashion mannequin.
One punch? That's all it took, huh?
I didn't get hit, did I?
Iba's too OP.
There is no effect on your body, Date.
Hit my soul.
While you were unconscious, a television and an old book appeared.
I want to get off this ride.
If my calculations are correct, it will be over soon.
Let's hope you're right.
Uchikoshi's wild ride never ends. Shoot it to death. Let's see. Oh, I remember how to do this. This one's. Wait, do I remember? Oh boy. Oh.
An old-fashioned TV.
Her ass is not turning that dial.
Please. Help me. Help me.
This was the third victim of the original Cyclops killer.
Why does Iris know that?
There is a possibility that she saw it online or on TV.
She even reproduced the circumstances of the killing. Would her imagination explain that?
Date, we have no direct evidence. For now, we must continue investigating.
Right.
You have less than 2 minutes, Date. Hurry.
Just a locker. I saw light reflected for a moment. It is some type of metal. I cannot determine more.
Metal? Be careful, Iba.
Understood. Just a locker. I heard a metallic sound, like gears spinning.
Is there something inside? Be careful, Iba, just in case.
Roger. Just
My
a
name's
locker.
not Roger. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Eva?
It's all right. More importantly,
Rube Goldberg's off his shits. Still going, huh? Jesus Christ. That took so fucking long. Hey, what's our face doing there? Shot the body. Nobody, 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 nobody. That part's kind of loud. I forgot about that. Day 3, Sunday, Gumai.
What happened in that somnium?
We saw it too.
The 4 murdered women are without a doubt the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings.
That means...
The murders that occurred 6 years ago are these memory fragments that coalesced in this somnium.
No. That means the person who killed them was...
And we don't have memories from that point. We don't have memories of past 6 years ago. Which is when these killings took place. Different strings of characters and numbers continue to scroll on the monitor. You can see the sync machine through the window. Iris is in the sync subject's chair. I think we're in like a serious moment. Never mind.
Hey, did you hear something just now?
It must be in your head.
A locker in the corner. Don't think about that too much. The entrance. I opened it up. There's a bunch of Morimos inside. A chair. A binder. It's the sync manual. CRT
Dante,
monitor.
can we turn on the TV? Videodrome is about to start.
What's Videodrome?
You haven't seen Videodrome? It's a cult classic.
I haven't seen Videodrome.
That's not a TV anyway.
Either. I don't know what that is. If anybody knows what that is, let me know. A long tape.
This brings back memories. Date and I consummated our love for each other many times on that table.
I don't remember that at all.
Many objects are scattered on the table. Don't think about that too hard. Don't think about it. I mean, I'm trying not to think about it. Ma'am. Boss has a serious look on her face.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah,
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face. The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be. That's impossible.
Date, you cannot say that for
I
certain.
was about to say, well,
You have no memories past 6 years ago.
yeah. And these took place like 10 years
So perhaps,
ago?
Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye,
Thanks, Pewter.
so you steal them from others.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer? You interrogated Iris before the sink. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her.
I don't know.
Didn't I tell you? The entire case is a state secret. No matter how many times you ask, I won't tell you anything.
I was about to say, yeah, boss is on that grind. Boss would listen if it was a cool serial killer. What about the original ones?
The Cyclops killer appeared 6 years ago. I lost my memory 6 years ago.
It was.
There
6
has
years
to be
ago.
some kind of connection.
Yeah, that is.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
That's quite a coincidence.
Really?
Really.
Why did they appear in?
You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
Yeah.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
Hell, she would have
6
been.
years ago,
Yeah, I was about
Iris
to
was
say.
12.
12.
Did she witness the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all 4?
Was she like some kind of? Did the killer force her to witness all of them? As some kind of torture for her or something? About the original and new incidents.
I don't believe there's any meaningful connection.
Uh,
Between the original and new Cyclops serial killings, I mean.
Why is that?
The culprit is not the same. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
How can you be so sure?
Because I can. Don't worry about it. Just trust me.
that is so suspicious. The red figure.
In the Somnium earlier, I saw someone else who might be the criminal. Who was he?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, they conveniently were just a red person. Like from Amogus. About the original Cyclops killer.
Remember what the boss said this morning. The original Cyclops killer has yet to be brought to justice. After the investigation got going, it was taken over by the government and classified. That was the last we heard anything about it. Of course, they paid lip service to the idea that the investigation was ongoing, but in reality, it was dropped completely.
That's weird. Why did the original Cyclops killer appear in Iris' Somnium?
The sinker does not always experience the somnium they expect. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. When using the sync machine for an investigation, we don't always see the memories we expect to see. True, oftentimes a subject will subconsciously want to express their dark secrets and repressed memories. That is why we see them so often in Somnia, and why those Somnia are so useful for criminal investigations. But this is not a guarantee. We cannot control the content of our dreams, after all.
Some people can lucid dream, right? And Peter looks like his usual self.
It's like I told you before. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D
Nerd.
equals memory A plus memory B plus memory C. This, of course, means that Dream D is a fictional event. However, the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C. Those happened in reality. In other words, fiction is built from combinations of reality.
So what I saw in Somnium earlier...
Yes, I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
Are all memories real?
Pewter, you said that memories happened in reality, right? But what about false memories? How do we know if the memory really happened?
Even false memories are built from the pieces of real ones. If you disassemble those pieces, you will find real events.
What about things you see in movies or television?
The events might be fictional, but the experience is not. Our imaginations are limited to
Oh
what we
god,
have
is she
seen.
just a...
We cannot invent something whole cloth.
Is she just a true crime girly? Is that why? Was it like she was like super into trying to like solve the... Oh my god, that would make sense for Iris. Oh, that would make too much sense. She's just a true crime girly and she just got way too into trying to like solve the murders or whatever. I mean, I know the answers, but I'm also trying to, like, speculate what I would think from this point. And I honestly never thought about that. So... There's always something new I figure out whenever I play this game or watch it. Every time. I didn't learn anything from speaking with Boss and Pewter. If anything, the mystery only grew deeper. Pewter shook me from my thoughts.
Dante, it looks like Iris is about to wake up.
Got it. Hey, Iris. About that dream earlier.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date. The subject of a sync does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not remember it.
And what about the Cyclops killer from 6 years ago?
Oh, sorry.
Cyclops killer? I remember hearing it on the news, but I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything.
She remembers hearing it on the news.
But I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No.
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But...
Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about. Date, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. The law demands that we release her.
You cannot decline, Date.
Oh, those darn laws. Keeping
Date,
us from-
could we make a stop first?
Sure. Where?
Marble. It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
You know about that place?
Hey, we get to see Mama.
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
Why do you want to go there?
There's something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
It might take a while.
What do you think?
There's no reason to refuse. Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her, too.
Yeah, a lot of info we don't know.
Alright, sure.
Iris nodded and pulled out her phone. Iris nodded. Is she sending a Nile message to someone? Wow, wow, wow. I was curious, but I didn't want to pry. No, pry! You should pry. I turned the wheel and drove to Marble. Oh my gosh. So silly. When we walked in, I didn't see Mama anywhere. To my surprise, I saw Ota sitting at the counter.
Tessa!
Ota!
Ota. Yay, my favorite character. A stool. A sofa. There's a table. Bar counter. TV. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything fun. Not even the specials. You called Ota here?
No, I didn't tell him to come. He just showed up on his own.
Never had thought I'd run into you here.
I was nihiling with Tessa earlier. She said she was going to Marble, so... I got here just before you did. Look, I was really worried about her. She was about to be charged with a serious crime.
It looks like he's bothered by something. Iris is standing next to me. Where's Mama?
Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
I wasn't particularly surprised. Mama's always depended on the kindness of strangers ever since she opened Marble. Isn't your phone broken?
No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle.
What was that thing about? That's right, so before the Somnium, we figured out that Iris was texting Oda while being interrogated. And Oda was saying that he would never talk about that thing.
This actually works out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you
I
sent
don't remember if we
Iris.
figured it out in the other routes, what that
You
thing
said you
was.
wouldn't tell anyone about that thing. That you'd stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
Two-witter.
geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
What?
At the door. Someone's standing outside.
God damn it, Ota. We got fucking tased. So other routes we get hit in the head with a lock, and this time we just get fucking tased. Monday, 2:48 a.m. When I woke up, I was lying on the sofa.
Where am I?
My head was killing me and my memory was foggy. Yeah, getting tased will do that. I felt a sudden pain in my neck. It wasn't Ota this time. I shut up, rubbing my neck. When I looked over the counter, I saw a monster staring back at me. It took me a few moments before I realized it was just Mama. Rude. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend getting tased.
Looks like you're
either.
awake now.
As Mama spoke to me, it all came rushing back. I remembered everything. Oh, we can't even do the refrigerator joke. Mama's polishing the dried bonito. I've never been tased. I would not. I don't want to. Where's Ota?
Ota? The boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
He was already gone when I came back. All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational.
What time is it?
It'll be 3 o'clock soon. In the morning, of course.
Why didn't you wake me up?
I tried. You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you weren't drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days.
Wouldn't I have had a bottle in front of me then?
Date, the boss is calling.
Oh, how am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video. I sent
Right,
the address
this
to
again.
Iva.
Yep, there's Iris with one eye, so just Iris. Still a bad joke.
No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Iva, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site
Right,
now.
right. Renju's last name is Okiura. I thanked Mama and ran out of marble.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here. 20 minutes at the fastest.
Please, please let me make it in time.
bastard!
Oh yeah, and the killer has a fursuit. Hey, captions, you can say that. The killer has a fursuit. There you go.
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
Ota!
And there
Stay away
comes
from
Ota
Tessa!
from off screen.
Ah!
Furry surprise. That's one way to think about it. I kept my foot to the gas the whole time. I could feel the sweat on my palms. The engine raised a high-pitched scream, but I could barely hear it. My heartbeat was pounding in my ears, shaking me to the core. How much time had passed? The feeling of time itself had disappeared. Eventually, the car reached a long bridge. Shortly after, the image changed.
No, it can't be. No. Stop!
I knew it was coming and I still looked away.
No!
Harbor Warehouse District, Monday, 3:35 a.m.
Ota.
Police headquarters, Monday, 10:02 a.m. 6.5 hours later.
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you. It's rare to see you down like this, but it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you. Am I right? Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide. Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife, killed her, then killed himself.
Oh, they have to show it again? Ah, Jesus. I hope no one's eating during this.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris. And how do you explain the other two murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko. Those three murders were definitely executed by the same person. The new Cyclops killer. There's no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions, like killing Iris.
Such as?
A security camera. The door. This room is reflected in the mirror. This is the camera used to record the interrogation. It doesn't feel good to have the lens staring at you. There's a PC in the corner. The boss is sitting in front of me. Ota's behavior during the video.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person. That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a lot of...
maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first.
Yeah, that's a lot of extra work, getting in and out of a costume like that.
After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
I don't either. That's a... Ugh. It's a very gruesome way to go. Ota had no incentive to kill Renju.
Maybe he was thinking like this.
Renju.
The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it. Making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Mizuki is Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Ota's a piece of shit, but I don't think he's that big of a piece of shit. Ota had no incentive to kill Shoko.
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju.
And, well, I guess that could have been acting, but he really did seem like he didn't know that Shoko was Mizuki's mom. What about the polar bear costume?
The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report.
Thank you, Emma.
Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
Oui.
I am.
Sorry, I dropped my phone. I told boss what Iba found.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice cutting machine.
Then, shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water,
convoluted, and
stabs
you know
himself
it.
in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Really?
Yes, really.
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice cutting machine. And then...
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims. But Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims. Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these 3?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
You think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's a good starting point.
And we don't seem to have anything else, huh? Let's go one by one.
Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju. Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemnis Gate either. And since Renju is the president... Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her. And above all else, she would never harm her only son, let alone kill him.
We know how much she loves her kid. Loma?
Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras. But there's no connection to Iris.
And he has an alibi. He has an alibi for both of their murders. I'm pretty sure. Both Renju and Shoko. Because he was out of town.
Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates. And she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way. No matter what the circumstances were, it seems impossible to me.
Mizuki.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all 3 victims. Shoko and Renju were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota too. But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all 4 of them.
And she's
Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous.
Yeah. But why would somebody want to get at her? Could she be the next
Renju,
target?
Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras. But again, I can't see any clear link to Iris.
Me.
I know Renju and Shoko. And I'm connected to Iris. But I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No, now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of
Even if it
recent
happened
events.
before the game, he doesn't...
If I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is 0 possibility you are the new Cyclops killer.
The old Cyclops, though?
I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And
Peg.
no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever
I
it
don't
takes
even
to
have it
get
in
the
me
culprit. To
make
get
a funny
justice for the
pegging joke.
victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
Alright, let's go down the list. Cold storage warehouse. Monday. I stepped into the cold storage warehouse. The air conditioning wasn't running, but it was still cold. The temperature hadn't raised much at all. The cold air sunk into my skin. The center of my body was burning hot. Jesus. Iris and Ota were sliced in two by this ice-cutting machine. Iris and Ota. Was it gonna show it again? God damn it!
Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
You'd think with how much oh my god.
Which means Iris's time
Stop.
of death is 3:20 a.m.
There we go. Thank you. You'd think with how much I love horror I'd be better with gore, but no, that's still... I don't know.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
Makes it likely it was
And
the
like
Cyclops
Renju and
killer.
Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered.
An ice-cutting machine.
Right here. Iris and Ota were...
Don't show it again, please.
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
And the cause of death.
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound, or...?
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
That makes sense. Maybe Ota was trying to help Iris, jumping at the criminal. That led to a scuffle, and Ota ended up with a knife wound in his side. He lost all his power to fight back. He was forcibly put inside the costume, and finally cut open by the ice-cutting machine.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown.
Iris and Ota's bodies are under autopsy. Well, I guess their bodies aren't here anymore. I guess, you know, part of the autopsy was, you know, a part of the autopsy work was done for them. Iris and Ota's blood.
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream.
Oh, stop that. Stop. Don't show it again.
All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them. I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it.
That's not very secure.
I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
but it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
Certainly weird.
Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
Hey, look, it's our favorite inspector. We don't even get to ask him his name.
No, nothing so far.
Just shows how horrible things are going. I'm heading out. Let me know if you find anything. I let them know, then left the warehouse. What is he doing here? He walked up to me while I was trying to work it out. Did I miss something? Oh, yeah, we saw pewter.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Don't you have any, like,
About the original Cyclops
casual
serial killings.
clothes?
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here.
Why?
All right. Let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes. Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer.
Oh,
Although
that'll
it's
help.
more accurate to say killers.
More than one?
More
In
than
the
one.
first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras. They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
I think I actually might want to wrap it up here. I'm getting kind of tired and I do need to eat some dinner. And I do have work tomorrow. But, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I know this is kind of sudden. I apologize. But I'll try to stream again sometime soon. Maybe not this week, but because this week I have onboarding and that's gonna... So my job is part-time, but for onboarding I'm gonna be doing full-time for just the week, so we'll see. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming. Let me find somebody for us to raid. Let me see who is live now. Okay, I think I'm going to raid into Lottle and Vix. I think I've been to their stream before? I've been to their streams before. They are playing some Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but more importantly, they are celebrating 5 years of their marriage. So go say hi for me and tell them happy 5 years. Let me see. I need to make sure I spell it right. And they've been going. Okay, I think they're probably going for a while longer, so they're celebrating, so we'll raid into them. But yeah, thank you for coming, everybody. Appreciate it. I want to try to stream more, but it's also tough. But I'm glad I was able to stream today. You know, it's always good to get back into it a little bit. And ow my brain, but it was a good ow. But yeah, we got through, we did some Void Stranger, and we did a little bit of this, so pretty good. So yeah, take care everybody. I'm gonna go rest up for work tomorrow. Wahoo. Alright, bye-bye.